Sometimes life lets you down and you feel that you are done. You just want a morning run because the fun is all gone. But sometimes life makes you proud when you look far and wide, when you leave the pain behind and see the brighter side. TNC gives you inspiration. TNC reignites your passion.
The new channel. The new channel. The views, opinions, and insights expressed in the following show are those of the hosts, producers, guests, and viewers. They do not necessarily reflect the position of the channel. Viewer discretion is advised.
Well, hello and welcome to the new channel. We are here to help you see the new you. Sitting in for Lloyd Luna for the third consecutive Thursday night. My name is Dennis Calamba, the Mr. Delightful of Learning, and this is The Big Picture. Yes, so wonderful Thursday evening to everyone. Again, this is Dennis Calamba subbing in for the incomparable, irreplaceable Lloyd Luna, and we are here on The Big Picture with Lloyd Luna. So while we are waiting for our loyal viewers and loyal subscribers of the new channel, I'd like to ask you, how are you? How are you today? How are you this evening? And how are you preparing for the rest of the night? Are you having dinner? Are you preparing for dinner? Or are you skipping dinner for whatever reason you may have? But whatever it is that you're doing, I hope that you can include watching The Big Picture with Lloyd Luna tonight as part of your activities for the rest of the night. So don't also forget that this live stream is also seen on YouTube. Yes, YouTube. We're also live on YouTube in as much as we are live here at Facebook under the new channel. So as I'm waiting for the first few viewers who will tune in to us live, I want you to know that while you're doing or watching this live stream, you can organize your own watch party, and you can also join our discussion by using the comment box, by writing your thoughts on the comment section below or on Facebook. And if if it just so happens that you are more of a YouTube viewer than a Facebook viewer, watch us live on YouTube. It's youtube.com/TNC now, so that as you enjoy watching The Big Picture with Lloyd Luna, you will have a chance to get a gift from us. So what you need to do is just go to youtube.com/TNC now, watch The Big Picture live, and comment something. Let us know whatever it is that you want us to know. I'm watching here, watching from the Philippines, watching from the US, watching from planet Earth, watching from Mercury, whatever you want to comment, comment on the comment section on YouTube. And if you will be lucky enough to get picked by our production team, you will receive this wonderful prize. What's this wonderful prize? Watch out this video. Yes. You have a very wonderful chance to get a free Unisol washable face mask. Yes, our gift to you as you watch and comment on YouTube is a very wonderful mask courtesy of Unisol and the new channel. And if you happen to live within Metro Manila, guess what? It's free delivery for you. Okay, so libre, walang bayad as long as you live in Metro Manila. So go to YouTube and comment. Just tell us something so that you will have a chance to win that wonderful mask from Unisol. Okay, so what do we have in store tonight? Tonight I have a guest, of course. Before I do the introductions, before I bring her into the studio, let's take a look at the headlines from the Philippines' oldest running English newspaper, the Manila Times. Yes, what are today's headlines courtesy of Manila Times? So, guess what? I have five headlines for all of you. So, let's get right on to it. First headline. Government suspends reduced physical distancing in public transport. And that was announced by presidential spokesperson or spokes Harry Roque. Yes, that's our first headline for today. Another headline. President Duterte wants Scandal Rock PhilHealth abolished and privatized. And that's according to Senate President Vicente Tito Soto. All right, it's all about PhilHealth. I wonder what's going to happen there. Another headline, 3,550 new COVID cases reported, which ups our total to 272,000. Of course, it's here in the Philippines, and that is according to DOH. So guys, please be safe always. Keep on being safe, and please be mindful of your environment and the people around you. Another headline, President Duterte to extend state of calamity in the Philippines. Then that's because of COVID-19. That is according to Malacanang. And lastly, last headline for the night or for the day, the Philippines richest. Yes, they take a hit from COVID as their combined wealth drops by 22%. And that is according to Forbes. That's according to Forbes. So that's a bit of sad news, of course, especially if you're part of the Philippines' richest. That might also explain why I'm a bit sad because of that news. But anyway, those were the headlines brought to you by the Manila Times. For more news and information, please go to manilatimes.net or download their application at digitaledition.manilatimes.net. So thank you very much, Manila Times, for the headline. And now, ladies and gentlemen, let me see. Okay, some people probably are watching on YouTube, but also please do give us some stars if you feel like giving us some stars. Anyway, it's a show that always on during nighttime, so it's a good fit. Okay, Big Picture with Lloyd Luna, stars. Okay, so if you're feeling like giving us some stars, go ahead. But speaking of our guest tonight, wow, okay, I am so excited to have her in the studio. But let me just do a bit of an introduction. Who is our guest tonight? Well, she is the founder of the Fulfilled Women. The Fulfilled Women. So you can search that on Facebook. Okay, so what was her intention or what's her mission? in creating the fulfilled women or fulfilled woman, fulfilled women. Well, her mission is to inspire women to become unstoppable in achieving their God given dreams. That's a very wonderful mission. And over the years, our guest tonight has inspired thousands of women and youth through her talks, lectures, and speeches. Because of this, she has been featured on TV such as My Awesome Life, Live Your Life to the Fullest. She guested at DZRJ, Voice of the Philippines, DZAR, and other media platforms. She's also been part of HER, Entrepreneurial Virtual Summit at Singapore, Freedom Summit Global, and she did it along with international speakers. 2018, she was among the 25 Philippine delegates for the first ever Trade Connect Singapore, a global meetup for small and medium enterprises. She is also a graduate of the Millionaire Mind Intensive Philippines. That's a program by T. Harv Eker, if you know T. Harv Eker. And of course, the famous Unleash Your Power Within, UPW. She finished that program at Singapore. And of course, UPW is facilitated by none other than Tony Robbins, the Tony Robbins. And I believe he is going to have another UPW, this time virtual, spread out over the remainder of the year. So watch out for it. So lots of stuff for our guest tonight. But when she is not busy with all of these things, you will find her at home with her husband and she's folding a mountain of clothes or probably chasing her two adorable children. Ladies and gentlemen, viewers of The Big Picture with Lloyd Luna, let us welcome with open arms our guest for tonight, Miss Vivienne Bigornia. Woohoo! Let's
Hello,
go!
hello, Daniel.
Hello!
You're delightful. I am so excited to be guesting here in this show. So happy to see you again.
Yes, of course. I share the same sentiment. I'm happy to have you here. Of course, this is Lloyd's show, but since we're all friends of Lloyd, it's really not a big issue or big deal for us to be doing this for him. So welcome to the big picture with Lloyd Luna, Vivienne. Okay,
Yes,
so
super happy.
what's up? What's up and what's good? What's been happening? Prior to your guesting tonight, what have you been doing today? So, dun sa intro ko, alin dun yung pinagkaabalahan mo?
Well, tama yung mga sinabi mo doon. Folding clothes and chasing my two children and
Okay.
cooking, washing the dishes, homeschooling, a lot of things around the house, and doing stuff for the fulfilled women. So that's basically everything that I'm doing now. At 7 p.m., I'm supposed to be putting my kids to bed. So I want to say
Oh,
hi to my husband who's taking over the job for me tonight. So hello to my
wow. Wow. Salute to your husband. Of course, that's
yes.
that's what partnership should do, 'di ba? Between husband and wife. Taking the role of the other kapag medyo hindi mo na magagawa. But as far as I'm concerned, yung mga sinabi mo kanina, it's all about focus on home. So basically, today you just did everything at home. We are still on quarantine, so probably just give our audience a chance to get to know you, especially what you've been doing for the past 6 months. I do believe 6 months na tayo, no? Ever
Yes.
since we were under this quarantine. So what have you been doing for the past 6 months, despite the fact that based on your intro, you're a very busy woman?
I am.
Pero for the past 6 months, how was life for you? As as a founder of the Fulfilled Woman, as a speaker. So let the audience know.
Well, it has been different from the last 2 years, from the last 3, 4 years that I've been building the Fulfilled Women because I've always been busy with events, going out, speaking, guestings, and all that. That's what I've been busy with. But for the past 6 months, I haven't been out of the house. So I'm just home taking care of my children. So um, it's the past 6 months has been just about rebuilding our relationship as a family for me and my husband, for me and my children. And we have started homeschooling 3 weeks ago. Officially started homeschooling 3 weeks ago because we have been homeschooling nonstop. Wala kaming summer break, wala kaming whatever break. except Saturday and Sunday. So this past 6 months has been all about family. And then a few hours of my time every day in building the community, the fulfilled women, but mostly like 75% of my time, it's all about my family.
Okay, yeah. So talagang it seems that you had like a realization that probably for these months, that we're under quarantine, you really set your sights on the family. But was it an easy transition, Vivian? I mean, because I think I have that feeling that everybody was struggling ever since this pandemic started. Could you tell us any probably any struggle or any challenge that you encountered for these few months before you really put a laser focus on, yeah, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to focus on family. Probably I'm going to do homeschooling, and then I'll do the rest of the stuff. So probably that's two questions, that I'm throwing at you. Challenges, and how are you able to overcome them and just really focus on what you're doing now?
To be honest, it just fell into place. It wasn't something that I had planned that this is what I'm going to do. When the pandemic started, you know me, you know my schedule, Dennis. I am a very busy woman. I'm always out of the house, and my children, they're always with my mom and my sister, my dad, but my dad passed away in January. So my children are always with my family, with my parents, and with my sister. And I'm always out with events. I'm a host also. I'm an events host. And then I'm also a speaker. So I'm always out of the house. And then the pandemic hit. So March, all my events were canceled. So okay lang, it's time for us to, rest and rest my voice and rest like physically, to rest mentally. And then April came, the extension. And so the events were also canceled. And my husband is in the events industry also. So all his events were canceled in March. His events in April was also canceled. And then there is another extension. Nag-extend agad. Parang, sandali yung May. Wait lang, wait lang. Pati yung events ng May. Hindi lang yung May. Until December. I already have events until December. So,
Right.
sandali, wait lang. What is happening? So, at first, it was like, oh, it's time to rest. It's time for us to watch Netflix and all that. And then you kind of come to realize that this is going to be the new normal. I'm not going to get out of the house. Dennis, today is the first time that I left the house. But not so
Oh,
far. Kasi hindi pa ako nakalabas ng subdivision. Nasa loob lang ng subdivision. Nag-crack kasi yung
okay.
ngipin ko. I had to go to the dentist. But this is my first time na lumabas in 6 months. I broke the record today. This is the first time I broke that record. So anyway, it kind of fell into place because my husband and myself were always out of the house. And then all of a sudden, we were forced to stay home. And so we kind of had a routine that every day, and it wasn't something that I planned. It kind of happened, and like what I said, it just fell into place. So we wake up, we play, we have breakfast, we homeschool, we I prepare lunch, we take a bath, take a nap, but they don't take a nap anymore. And then while they're playing in the afternoon, I'm in front of my computer, and then I work in building the community, the fulfilled women. And then after that, playtime with my children. And after playtime, we're gonna have dinner and then shower. And then 7 p.m. I put them to bed. And then after that is my time with me and my husband. And so it wasn't something that, okay, this is what we're gonna do every day. It's just something that we did one day and then the next day and then the next day. My husband had a job at home, naging work from home na siya. And so our schedule became predictable. Unlike before, lab, bukas aalis ako. Lab, bukas meron akong, may event ako. So, very chaotic. Our schedule was very chaotic. And now, I super love and appreciate my time with my children now. And to
Right.
be honest with you, Dennis, I don't like to be a mom. Yeah, I don't want to be a mom. So I felt like before, parang it stops me from achieving what I
Hmm.
could achieve. Parang ganon. Kasi kilala mo kaya, I'm very ambitious. I'm such a goal-getter. And I felt like it kind of stops you. I felt like motherhood stops you. But it's so not true. But it's not true. And also, and also now that I realize that God kind of realigned my priorities, that God first, and then my marriage, and then my children, and then the business comes next. And so
Wow.
I love I love what happened to us. I love what happened to our family. And my husband has a very chaotic schedule. He also is in the events industry. But now he's just home editing, which is part of his job. Kasi nagdo-drone siya, nagpo-photo, nag-video, and then he's editing. But
Nice, huh?
now he's focused on editing and he's just home. So our
Okay.
schedule is very, very predictable. We just kind of love what has happened to our family. Actually, to be honest, during this pandemic, I lost yung ano ko bumaba ng gano'n.
Ah,
Nag-drop talaga. But I felt so blessed to have
mm,
been able to spend like a lot of my time with my children, with my daughter, with my son. And I wouldn't trade this for anything in the world. And I felt like, God allowed it to happen so that I would see that. I'd see the beauty in motherhood. I'd see the beauty in homeschooling. I don't want to homeschool too, but my husband is super hands-on to homeschool. And binibenta
nice.
niya sa akin yung homeschool. But we didn't have kind of the choice right now. But now we're super enjoying it. We're super enjoying experimenting. I never liked science as a kid. And now, we're experimenting. Ay, ganun pala yun. Pag nag-aaral kami sa science, ay, ganun pala yun. Pag nagtuturo ako sa kanya
Okay,
naman,
ah.
Mom, how do you do this? Paano nga ba? Saglit, YouTube natin. So, there's no pressure in homeschooling. Like, I don't know. Okay, let's research. Pag may tanong siya, I don't know. Okay, let's Google. So, there's
Oo
no
nga.
pressure.
So, yung teacher kasi. Well, I think Vivian, just from hearing you tell all those stories and how you explain that, parang kakaiba kasi yung naging shift or pivot mo in terms of what you appreciated in the past and then what are you appreciating now. And it's really refreshing to know that based on that pivot or shift na nagkaroon din ng clarity in terms of priorities. So it's really a good story that you're telling us so far. So much so that I just would like to let you know because you've been sharing all those wonderful stuff about you. Ito, biglang may mga nanood na. So I'd like to do a quick shout out to I know this guy, Anphil ng Ophir, yun ang kanyang handle sa Facebook. Pero she's Anthony Robes, if I'm not mistaken. So hello to you, sir. Of course, we have Andrea Arañas.
Hi,
Okay,
Andrea!
yeah. So fans niya, fans. Of course, Sir Billy Dominguez, master salespreneur, is also watching. And we have Crystal Lynn Rufino.
Hi,
So
Tal!
hello to all of you. Thank you for watching us tonight on The Big Picture with Lloyd Luna. So again, going back to you, Vivian, wonderful story so far. But I'd like to continue the conversation later on. But medyo kahit na ginaganahan ako, I have to do this. So please hold on to your seats kayo rin, mga audience namin. We just need to go on a quick break. But when we come back, we'll continue our interview, our conversation with Viviene Bigornia, the founder of the Fulfilled Women. So let's go on a break. The Big Picture with Lloyd Luna will be back right after these.
Since I got my new place, I've enjoyed every single day here. Hotel-like amenities, attentive staff, resort-style living, all in a premium location. So life here is easy and convenient. That's why I invested in another unit. I can earn more, and they can enjoy the very same things I enjoy at home. What a life! So much more rewarding. So much more to life. SMDC.
We need beauty every day. We need power every day. But are you ready?
Ready?
Ready.
Beauty is power.
Oh, yes, welcome back to the big picture with Lloyd Luna. This is Dance Calamba substituting for our Sir Lloyd Luna. So, before we invite our guest Vivienne Bigornia back to the studio, just following shout outs, of course, Jesse Pustillo, hello, and of course, Chit Bolivar from Davao, hello. Thank you for watching the big picture with Lloyd Luna. And of course, this is the best time for me to invite all of you to watch these shows that are all under the new channel roster. So you'll see all the shows in a couple of seconds, and I will let you know what these shows are all about. So, what are the shows under TNC? We have HR Hotline introduces us to the wonderful world of human resources management. Streams Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays, 1 p.m. Have an insightful Saturday afternoon because the family business is everyone's business, and that's 4 p.m. every Saturday. The fourth project is about life, business, and success stories live from Dubai, UAE, 6 p.m. or here in the Philippines, 10 p.m. This is every Saturday. We also have Usapang Beauty. It's all about beauty beyond what your eyes can see every Thursdays and Saturdays, 5:30 p.m. Discover your life purpose and learn from others' turnaround stories by tuning into U Turn Mondays and Thursdays at 10:30 a.m. We have The Home Buyer, and it's where you hear remarkable stories about building and owning a property. Streams Mondays and Thursdays, 4 p.m. Laugh and learn through the Puppet Stories. Streams Mondays at 5:30 p.m. Magbenta, bumili at tumulong dahil bukas na ang TNC Marketplace. It's an online night bazaar streaming Thursdays and Fridays at 10 p.m. Your Law is for all of us to understand that law is fun and cool too. Thursdays at 8:30 p.m. Of course, this is my most favorite show. Two speakers in one platform. It's TNC The Talk Mondays at 12 noon. Aftershift is a chillaxing show about your choices and lives after work. Streams Wednesdays and Fridays at 8:30 p.m. Discover and learn strategies on self-leadership to win in life through Win Within Saturdays at 8:30 p.m. Dream, achieve, nurture, and inspire. Tag your kids along and watch Danny Art Show Fridays at 5:30 p.m. The world has faced an unprecedented pandemic, so it's time to hear positive testimonies straight from those who recovered from the disease. It is COVID Stories every Saturday at 10:30 a.m. We also have Foreign Affairs, Global Issues, Common Interests, Learn Together Across Borders. It streams every Tuesdays at 10:30 a.m. We also have Money and More. It streams live from the Philippines and the US Tuesdays, 8:30 Philippine time, that's 8:30 in the evening and 5:30 a.m. California, USA. We also have Healthline because health is wealth. Streams every Wednesdays and Fridays at 4 p.m. Please do also catch our TNC original shows such as One Day, an inspiring 30-minute storytelling. It alternates with TNC Town Hall co-hosted by TNC founders Lloyd and Apple. This show is where we talk to you, our valued audience, about our shows on TNC. More upcoming TNC shows that will truly inspire you. So please follow our channel on Facebook and YouTube and let us help you hashtag see the new you. Yes, o diba? Napakarami ng shows under the new channel. And of course, tonight you are watching The Big Picture with Lloyd Luna. Yes, this is every night from Mondays to Fridays. Grabe, no? So, take your pick, but all of our shows here at TNC, two thumbs up yan. Big time lahat yan. And speaking of big time, being here with the big picture, of course, we have our invited guest. Inintroduce na natin sa kanina and we had the initial Q&A with her. But now I'd like to invite her back to the studio. Let's bring back Vivienne Bigornia, of course. She's the founder of the Fulfilled Women. And yes, Vivienne, hello, welcome back.
Hi!
Diba? Energy. So kanina Vivian, you were mentioning about your pivot or your shift, or probably one of the better word is transformation in terms of your ambitions, your activities, your priorities, okay? And just hearing your stories kanina before we went on a break, I could not help but notice, how enthusiastic you are in sharing what has been happening to you inside your own bubble for the past 6 months. I guess as we resume our Q&A with you, and before we go to the game, I think one of the questions that I need to ask is, what is probably one, let's say, one important message that you can share to our audience right now in terms of really trying to manage, this pandemic, trying to manage this quarantine? If ever you can think of one very important lesson or message that you want your audience tonight to hear, what would it be?
I think we could sum that up in one word, and that would be perspective. I'd
Hmm.
say that every single one of us, we have been really affected by the pandemic. Like, in the Philippines, outside the Philippines, lalaki, babae, magulang, anak, every single one of us, we've been affected. It's been crazy. It's been crazy for us mentally, financially. Like what I told you, Dennis, ang dami kong events, tapos biglang naging zero until this
Right,
moment.
right.
Nakaka-panic if you take a look at it. But I guess that you can survive if you change your perspective. You have to take a look um, at probably what God is teaching you at this time. And so for me, if I had focused on not having my events, not having my job, because that's doon ako nabubuhay. Nabubuhay ako sa events. And I lost all of them. I don't have events since March. And so if I just put my perspective, if I put my eyes on that, it's going to be very frustrating. So I guess for all of our viewers right now, if you are at the point where you're still frustrated after 6 months and you're like just dying for this COVID to go away, every single one of us feel the same frustration. But what can help us survive is if you change your perspective and see just the brighter things that it has brought along. We were studying about pollution in our science class, and I just realized how the pandemic has helped um, solve the pollution problems that we have in the on Earth. So there are little things like that, and even in my family, how it has brought our family closer together. So I mean, there are so many things that we can be thankful for, that we can take a look at and be happy with. Like gratitude, just be happy with what is going on around you. See the beauty in all the broken and not so good things that are around you. So one word: perspective.
Wow, napakaganda, no? And I really like your choice of word, perspective, because if there's one thing that I've learned from you and probably in the community that you belong to, and I'm talking about the Tony Robbins community, perspective really can be very powerful in terms of you continuing your story or changing your story for the better. So
Right.
that's probably one of the things that I really appreciate, because you were the one who invited me to the community. Just saying it out loud to the audience, and that's really one thing that I appreciate. It also changed my perspective of how this pandemic should be, should be addressed, or should be let's say interpreted. So yeah, ang ganda ng message mo, and I think na-capture yan ng mga bagong viewers natin, ano. So thank you, Kenneth Dexter Nagar, for watching the big picture on Lloyd Luna. Thank you also, Gracie Molion. Yeah, I hope
Hi,
I pronounced that
Gracie!
correctly. Yeah,
Best friend ko yan.
naglalabasan na yung mga fans mo. Siguro napatulog na rin nila yung mga anak nila.
Sorry,
Or
mga mga kaibigan ko.
Okay. But again, napakaganda, kasi with the change in perspective, pwede talagang mabago ang sitwasyon na natin, ano. And even if we're inside the bubble, pwede talagang baguhin natin ang buhay natin. Just so, when we focus on perspective. So medyo serious yung message, pero napaka-importante. I think this is also a good time for us to relax. So eto na yon, Vivienne. Eto na yung game na
Ano ba yan?
sinasabi ko.
Kala ko joke yan.
Pero bago ang lahat, okay, introduce ko muna, ano ba tong game na to? Ladies and gentlemen, our guest tonight, Vivian, will be playing Big or Small. All right. Exciting to, Vivian. Actually, na laro ko din to nung nag-guest ako dito sa Big Picture. So, madali lang to. I'll be telling you some items, okay, some things, and just let the audience know if you choose big or small. Okay ba yun? Yun lang.
Okay.
Sample.
Sounds
Coffee.
easy.
Coffee. Big or small? Coffee.
Small.
Oh.
Pwede mo magkamali, di ba?
Pwede. Pwede naman. So, pag nagkakape ka, ano bang mga sizing ng mug mo?
Naku, hindi ako nagkakape.
Edi malamang smallest.
Smallest. Kain.
Sige, baka ito, medyo may sagot ka. Milk tea.
Hindi. Parang
Hindi ka din
you can
uminom.
share with your family. Big din yung pearls.
Okay. Pwede.
Diba?
Okay, milk tea. Okay. Ito, tingin ko may malinaw na sagot na to. Car.
Car.
Hmm.
Small yan. Merong truck eh. Merong, airplane. Small yung car.
Pwede. Para sa family mo. Kung ikaw papipiliin, big or small car for your family? Small lang. Sakto lang.
Sakto. Wala bang sakto?
Oo nga eh. Doon ka sa or. Okay.
Ay, pwede
Ito alam
ba?
ko, depende sa interpretation. Ito medyo alam ko may sagot ka na eh. Pero given a chance, probably, yung family. Okay. I know you have children already, di ba? So, okay na ba sa iyo yun? You want it bigger?
Parang ang hirap.
Pag-isip-isip mo ba yan? Pandemic. Parang hirap. Parang ikaw yata ang pinaka na-challenge sa game na.
Oo, nahirapan ako dun Aba,
Okay, dadagdagan nyo pa ba ni husbandry o okay na kayo sa
definitely small tayo.
family size?
Pero kung nabigyan tayo ng mas marami pang oras at mas marami pang finance, kaya naman. More pa. Big pa.
So, malamang nakikinig na, nanonood din yung husband mo.
Oo,
So, pag-usapan dyan. Okay, nice. Ito, meron pa, credit limit. Yan. You want big or small credit limit?
Sakto lang, hindi ako masyado nagki-credit card eh. Kahit small carry bells.
Okay.
Ay, hindi big para pang airline ticket.
Pwede.
Kasi 4 kami.
Oo nga, tama. Depende kasi sa goals eh, no? Kaya big or small, depende sa goals mo why you want the credit card and credit limit. Okay, eto matindi, Vivienne. Planeta. kung ikaw magkakaroon ka ng sarili mong mundo, sarili mong planeta na pinag-uusapan dito, gusto mo ba big or small?
Ano kaya? Siguro small. Para
Small
yung family lang, intimate relationship with the people. Yes.
Oo nga naman. Pwede. Hindi na kayo masyado maghahanapan, di ba? Oy, nasa ang moon ka. Nasa ang crater. Okay. Ito realistic to. Probably nangyayari to. Bed.
Ay, big.
Kama. Big. Sabi ni, pag ano ba nakikisingit pa yung mga anak mo sa inyo? Sa bed.
Alam mo, yung bed namin, very big. Ito yung bed. Ganyan yung bed. Pero ito lang yung na-occupy. Sinisiksik ako.
Oo.
Grabe.
Ganun yun. Baka naman kasi naka-aircon kayo. Medyo siksiking ka.
Oo nga eh,
Ito
para
lang to, Vivienne. Wristwatch. How do you prefer your wristwatch?
small.
Small?
Oo. Para para feminine.
Okay. Yeah. It makes sense. Okay? So, direct, pasado ba si Vivian sa Big or Small? Tingnan natin. Mukhang pasado naman.
Correct.
Round
Okay.
1, ladies and gentlemen, audience natin, pasado po si Vivian sa round 1 natin. Sabi ni Crystalline Rufino, big family and friends tayo. Outing daw kayo ulit. Okay.
Pwede,
Outing.
pwede.
Yun, nag-shout out sa atin si Coach JB Borromeo, of course, our
Hi,
expert
Coach!
digital courses. Yeah. So, Coach JB, hello, shout out. And of course, thank you. Biruin mo, nag-guest ka lang. Meron ng 10 stars ang Big Picture with Lloyd Luna, courtesy of Mr. Erwin Manansala. Thank you, Sir Erwin.
Thank you,
Oh,
Sir
may stars na.
Erwin. At
Ganun
hello,
talaga yung...
hello lang ako, Mr. Delightful, kay Crystal. Hello, Crystal, kay Jess, kay Vane, ang aking mga girlfriends. Hello, girls.
Okay, yan. Watch till the end. Kasi meron pang round 2. So, Vivian, ito round 2. Medyo mas complicated to kasi sabi ni Lloyd, mahirap daw dapat ang mga question. So, ito na yon. Okay?
Second
So, Vivian, game ka na ba?
Okay,
Game.
game na.
Okay, first question. If heaven is true, sinong gusto mong isama sa langit kung aakyat ka na now na?
Wala. Ako na lang. Enjoy their life muna here. Pag ganun, sama ko sila.
Susulo ka lang?
Lahat. Ang hirap naman. Pwede bang everyone? Isa lang
Everyone?
ba? Isa lang?
Oo.
Hala. Wala. Ako na lang.
Solo ka?
Oo. Pag sinama ko yung asawa ko, kawawa naman yung dalawang anak.
Practical naman yung sagot mo. So, palagay ko palulusutin ka ni Direk dyan. O, sige, tingnan natin to next question. Halimbawa, Vivian, parlorista ka. Nagtatrabaho ka sa parlor. Sinong artistang gusto mong stylan, gupitan, alam mo yun? Pagandahin siguro, ganun.
Naku, sino kaya?
Pagwapuhin, pwede kasi lalaki.
O pwede bang ikaw na lang?
Dati, nag-quit na ako sa showbiz eh. Hindi ko na kinaya. Yung kambal ko na lang ngayon ng ano ko eh. O sino? Sinong artista?
Well, maliban sa asawa ko na mukha ding artista, ayaw kasi niyan, hindi pa yung nagpapagupit mula nung ayaw niya magpagupit sa akin. So, siguro siya yung uunahin ko. After my husband, siguro si Dingdong Dantes.
Ano kaya itsura ni Dingdong?
Ginagamit mo na shampoo.
Tapos sana, kasunod na nun, siyempre asawa niya, si Marian Rivera.
Oh, yes. Pati yung anak nila. Diba? Sama na natin.
Package mo na. Pwede yun. Okay, so far so good. Eto, palit ng career, gym instructor. Sino namang politician ang gusto mong i-train?
Politician? Si Enrile, pwede ba? Kaya pa ba?
Depende, sino?
Si Enrile, kaya pa ba?
Si Enrile? Baka. Pwede pa yun, lalo na kung ititik ni Mr. Enrile yung alam ni Lloyd to eh. May product yan eh, pampalakas. Anyway, so, okay, tingnan natin. Hindi natin alam, pero hopefully, kaya pa niya. Ito naman, Vivian, kung astronaut ka, sinong gusto mong isama sa outer space?
Ay, wow.
Yeah.
Isa lang ba ulit? Hindi ba pwede mo
isa lang.
Dalawang anak ko? Kasi nag-aaral din kami ng outer space para naman makita nila.
Oo. So, tingin mo, sinong pwede mo isama?
Sa outer space, siguro asawa ko para ma-video niya. Tapos,
sige.
Ibebenta namin. Bili ka, ha?
May follow-up question kasi ako sa'yo. So, kung pumunta kayo sa outer space ng husband mo. Ngayon, ito yung next question. Kung isa lang pwedeng bumalik, sino may iiwan dun sa outer space?
Ay, papabalikin ko siya kasi ibebenta niya yung video.
Siya na lang. Okay. Sa bagay, baka, mag-create ng enough funds para bumalik na lang uli siya, di ba? Para magbalik.
Masundo ako, di ba?
Yeah, smart move. Okay, ito, last question. Last question for round 2. Vivian, if you have all the money in the world, anong kumpanya bibilhin mo?
Naku, wow.
Hmm.
I super love Sarah Blakely. She's the
Oh,
CEO, she's the founder of Spanx. It's a billion
yeah,
dollar
yeah,
company
yeah.
in the US. I
Hmm.
love her. I
Bakit?
buy her company.
Hmm.
Pero
Sabagay, maganda yung backstory nun.
yes, I super love her. She's such a strong, inspiring, passionate woman. And I want to be alongside her and learn from her. So yeah.
Wow. Sabagay, anyway, 'pag ikaw na yung owner nun, definitely puwede mo na siyang kunin as consultant for life. Alright.
Yeah.
Oo, yun ang maganda kay Vivian ano, very smart answers for round 2. So mukhang nalungkot si Lloyd kasi pasado ka yata dun sa round 2. Pero 'di bale mamaya may round 3 pa Lloyd, wag kang mag-alala. Vivian, may
Hala,
round 3 pa.
baka
Oo, kaya
mamaya round
medyo
5 ha?
yun yung difficult round na talaga, as in super. Pero bago yan, shout out again tayo. Danny Serrano, of course, VP Marketing of Well Life, also proud Creative Voices member, CVAP certified. So hello to you,
Hi,
Kuya Pas, Danny
Janet.
Serrano. Yan. O yan, Vivian, ang dami nang nanonood sa'yo, kaya sa round 3, galingan mo. Pero bago tayo mag-round 3, we will go for another commercial break. So please, to our live audience, hang on tight because the big picture with Lloyd Luna will be right back after these reminders. And we're back at the big picture with Lloyd Luna, of course, Dan Scalamba here, the Mr. Delightful of Learning, substituting for our Sir Lloyd. So tonight we have Viviene Bigornia as our guest, and so far we are having a wonderful time with her. Of course, we just had a game and we had Q&A. So now we have the final round of questions for our guests. So I'd like to call back Vivienne. Okay,
Wala na, umuwi na siya.
oo nga eh. Yun nga yung kinakaba ko eh. Baka mamaya eh, kinabahan ka dun sa final round, di bigla ka nang nag-exit. Pero
Bakit
I'm very
yung
sure.
ni Danes, ayan, inaabangan niya daw yung difficult round.
Okay. So ito. abangan nyo to, okay? Ito na to. But of course, so far, thank you very much for sharing your ideas with us, Vivian. Of course, your story about how you were able to cope and how you were able to now develop, okay, a perspective which allows you now to appreciate your present situation and probably looking forward to your future. Medyo, I really feel that you have it already set and you're excited for it. But ito namang final round of questions ko no, before we call it a night, Vivian. Siguro looking ahead in the future, because I know you're a speaker, you're into events, of course, you have so many advocacies and projects. Ito, assuming, okay, or probably, suppose lang, Vivian, halimbawa, nagkaroon ka ng opportunity, okay, sabi ni Lloyd, Vivian, ano ka nga, mag-show ka nga dito sa TNC. Okay, mukhang maganda na magkaroon ka ng show sa TNC. So if you're going to have the opportunity to have your own show at TNC, what do you think is your show going to be all about?
About how to be fulfilled.
Hmm. Okay, explain.
Yeah. Alam mo,
Paano?
yan ang ating brand, advocacy. And that's my mission in life. I want to help women to figure out what they were meant for, what their calling is, and have the courage to go after their dreams, to go after their God-given dreams. And I want to help them to become unstoppable. I want to help them to be the best version of themselves. I want to help them um, to be the best that they could ever be so that they can be ready when success comes and opportunity comes. And I say fulfilled because a lot of women, a lot of people, not just women, a lot of people um, are always just daydreaming about, I wish that my life is like this, I wish that my life is like this. But you know already what you're supposed to do. You know already where you want to go. But the
Hmm.
missing element is the courage. And so, kung magkakaroon tayo ng show dito, no? I would love to help our viewers to have that courage to go after their dreams. Yeah.
Ang ganda. Fulfillment, all about courage. So may title na ba to? May title ng show ba to? May naisip ka na ba?
Ni-imagine ko na kanina. Nung
Oh,
nakalagay
diba?
ko,
Ano yung title? Ano yung title?
pero gusto ko may nakalagay na fulfilled. Kasi,
Okay.
yun yung part, that's where my heart is.
Oo. Tsaka parang ano siya, no? Medyo tawag nito, yung prophetic siya na fulfilled. Okay,
Yes.
yeah. Very simple pero may power. Ngayon, of course, you'll be having guests. Siyempre kasi dito sa TNC, may number of episodes, no? But granted, halimbawa, you're into your first season, okay, and then it's either first episode or probably last. I really don't know. Pero who would be that one dream guest that you would like to have on your show? Granting, halimbawa, nagka-show ka dito sa TNC. Sino kaya yung magiging guest na yun?
Ano ba to? Pwede bang foreigner? Kailangan pa Pilipino?
Pwede. Kasi
Pwede ba?
TNC, international naman to eh. Ako nga, sa Gatok, merong international speakers, di ba? So, nothing is out of reach. So, sige, who would it be?
Hulaan mo. Na-mention ko na siya kanina. Sarah
Si,
Blakely.
ano, si, the owner of, owner of
Stan.
Spanx.
Yes. I
Okay,
definitely have her on my show. Granted, nabivisualize ko nga yan eh. Minsan, na parang, kunyari, nasa hotel ako, tapos mag-check-in na ako, tapos maririnig ko yung boses niya, tapos katabi ko pala siya. Ako, i-interview ko talaga siya. Ambush interview.
okay,
Ready ako.
napakalino nung imagination mo. But yeah, I mean, I think because you know her story, you know what she represents, and in connection with the show that you would want, and you're visualizing in terms of people being fulfilled, no, reaching their full potential, and all of those stuff. I really do think that she will be one of your best dream guests. So, yun nga, continue to visualize that, keep on visualizing that. Who knows? You will gift the Philippines and even probably TNC, with a guesting featuring her. All right. Pero hindi pa yun ang last question ko, Vivian. Oo.
Hindi pa
Kasi,
ba?
this will qualify as last question. Okay? So, grant but mindful of what's happening outside. Siguro, one of the questions, or probably my final question to you, Vivian, is what is your big picture after all that you've experienced for the past 6 months? Ano yung big picture na nakikita ng isang Vivian Bigornia sa Pilipinas, sa mundo niya, okay, sa mga pagkakataong ito?
That's a very nice question. um, the big picture for me, I mean personally, the big picture for me is standing up on stage and speaking internationally to thousands of women, inspiring them and helping them have the courage to pursue their dreams. And on the other side of the spectrum, for my audience, I imagine a whole lot of women. I imagine a movement of women. The fulfilled women is kasi is Pinay eh. But I imagine I imagine being part of a movement of women who are courageously pursuing their dreams.
Wow. Now, so watch out, ladies and gentlemen, because if once our guest tonight, Vivian Bigornia, realizes, visualizes and realizes her dream, nako, paghandaan nyo, it is going to be a big movement, okay, that will focus on fulfillment, having an extraordinary life. So, Vivian, before I let you go, before I thank you for guesting on the show, any final message and probably let the audience know what's up with you probably in the next few months or next year. Where can they follow you? Where can they reach out to you for inspiration, motivation, and for whatever it is that they need, okay, as far as being fulfilled and having an extraordinary life. So go.
Yeah, so you can find us on Facebook, The Fulfilled Women. So that's our Facebook page. And if you want just some inspiration, 3 times a week we're there and just giving out some inspiration to give you a boost and just help you be motivated in achieving your dreams, having some difficulties in life, and you just want some inspiration. Just go to that Facebook page, The Fulfilled Women. And also we have a Facebook group. It's The Fulfilled Women Community, and then there's a parenthesis, faith and dreams. So that's the Fulfilled Women Community. You can search that on Facebook. I hope that you can drop by and click that join button and join us in that community and let us all be part of that movement, women chasing after their dreams.
All right. So, guys, now, so please go to your Facebook right now. Open your apps on Facebook and just try to search, okay, for those pages. One is a page and one is a community. Okay, the fulfilled women. Okay, so search nyo lang. It will pop up right away kasi marami na rin members, yung community, and probably marami ring followers on our page. So founder of the Fulfilled Women, of course, events host, events manager na rin, speaker, trainer, extraordinaire, Vivian Bigornia. Thank you for guesting tonight on The Big Picture with Luna. We wish you all the best in your present and future endeavors. And of course, we'll be seeing around soon, hopefully, face-to-face na, hindi lang online. So,
Oh,
regards to your family. And hopefully, this will not be the last time that you'll be guesting on any show under the TNC roster. So hopefully, I'll also have you on my show, The Talk, and in the other TNC shows as well. So to our audience, palakpakan naman natin. At least, maramdaman man ni Vivian na tayo ay talagang na-bless sa message niya ngayong gabi. A movement which she will start featuring fulfilled women. Ladies and gentlemen, Vivian Bigornia, our guest tonight for The Big Picture. And as I land the plane, as we end this wonderful episode tonight, of course, I would like to thank you, our live audience, for tuning in with us. Of course, if you are going to watch the replay, thank you very much also. Continue to watching The Big Picture with Lloyd Luna. Continue to watch all the other shows of TNC. But as far as I'm concerned, for tonight, The Big Picture is presented to you by Puzzlebox BPO Inc., also sponsored by SMDC, Unisol, Lure Loran, Telepreneur, Ryway, Step Back, Philippine Association of Livestream Professionals, and the Philippine Association of Professional Speakers. So on behalf of Mr. Lloyd Luna, this has been Denz Calamba, the Mr. Delightful of Learning, hosting The Big Picture with Lloyd Luna. Up next, ladies and gentlemen, YOLO on TNC. Stay on our stream. Good night, everyone.